theory, all you need to do a power slide is a car with rear-wheel drive. So, can we power slide a Smart without spinning it? In fact, can we power slide a Smart at all? No. It would seem that you need rather more than one brake horsepower. But you don't need to go bonkers. You don't, for instance, need a TVR Tuscan R. You don't need a Maserati 3200. You don't need a Ferrari 355. No, in fact, all you need is one of these. This is a Noble M12 GTO, and in many ways it's a bit of a hodgepodge. The plastic body is made in South Africa by a company that builds replica Cobras for the American market. It's then flown, yes, flown to Britain, where a team of 15 people fit it with the V6 engine from a Ford Mondeo. However, it's no ordinary Ford Mondeo engine. Listen. Every gear change sounds like two Darth Vaders shouting at one another. That's because it's fitted with two turbochargers, and that means 310 brake horsepower, and that means 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Move over, McLaren F1. Don't think, however, it's all brute force and ignorance. It isn't. This dashboard is beautifully finished. I've got air conditioning, there's tons of space. It's a very well thought out car. It's good looking too. With that huge rear spoiler, there is naked aggression. But there's daintiness too. It is marvellous. But it's not the looks that impress most, or the price, even though it's only £40,000. No, the best thing about this car is the chassis. Really and truly, it's hard to know where to start the eulogising. I mean, the ride is absolutely fabulous. You think, ooh, it's going to be soft, it's going to be yogurty through the corners, and it just isn't. Unlike the Z8, where you're working away at the controls the whole time, this is just so easy, so relaxed and so communicative. You know exactly what the back end's up to, almost before it does it. I cannot begin to tell you how good this car is. However, be aware that while power sliding may look good, it's not the best way round a corner. You're scrubbing off too much speed. If you want to go really fast, you have to keep the back wheels in line with those in front. So theoretically, it doesn't matter what wheel drive you go for. The thing with rear-wheel drive is that the wheels at the rear provide the propulsion, and the ones at the front do the steering. That's a nice balance. Now, with front-wheel drive, the front wheels do the steering and provide the propulsion. The back ones are only there to stop the back trailing along the ground and all the sparks. Now, the advantage of this system is that it saves weight and it's cheap. But there is a limit to how much power you can put through the front wheels. It's around about 220 brake horsepower. However, the amount of power going through the wheels is the least of my problems today. This is a track day, the latest phenomena to hit the British performance car scene. The variety of cars here is amazing. There are Formula One cars, There are touring cars and historic cars. There are road cars. It's a potpourri of petrol power. So, we've got the Maserati 250F, which Fangio used to win the 1957 German Grand Prix, possibly the best motor race of all time. Next to it is a Maserati Barchetta, only 17 of those made. Then there's another Maserati 250F, the last one ever made, a Porsche 911 GT, and over here, the fastest Mini in the world, with a 300 horsepower Vauxhall touring car engine in it. Look at this lot. Got a supercharged Lotus 111S, parked next to a D-Type Jaguar. Then you've got a Lotus 340R, Lotus 23B from the early 60s, and over here, a Formula One car. You know something? I think I've brought a knife to a gunfight. This is BMW's first attempt at front-wheel drive. Of course, when Mercedes made the switch with the A-Class, they ended up with a car that cornered on its roof. So let's see how the Mini Cooper S gets on.
Faint whine from the supercharger, which is nice. Puts you in mind of the whine you used to get from the original Mini's gearbox.
The ride is like the old car too. There's a strange bobbing sensation as you go along. But you also get the old car's turn-in, the same go-kart responses. And that's great.
I just have one tiny criticism. The engine is very, very muscular, pulls well. I could do with just a little less grunt and a bit more power. A bit more in keeping with the car somehow. Actually, I could do with a lot more power. I'm being completely destroyed out here. I've ever been on a track in a Mini against Formula One cars. Coming up behind a right old collection of Beamers and Porsches and heavens knows what here. Surely I'm not going to be able to take them on my Mini, am I? RS Porsche. There's an accident waiting to happen here, and it would be quite an expensive one. And I have to let me pass, sunshine. Just let me pass. That's not bad, taking a Porsche RS. I'm feeling quite good about that. I mean, we're not racing, obviously, but quite a nice feeling.
I spent most of the day staring into my rear-view mirror, looking out for fast stuff bearing down on me. But once I did look where I was going, and it nearly ended in tears. Sorry, mate. The chap in the Ferrari probably doesn't think so, but this Mini is a gem. It's a wonderful car to take to a track day. But then, truth be told, any car is good at a track day. You should try one. They're held at most British racetracks and cost around £150. But then there are lots of different sorts of track days. This is a Ferrari track day, which is being held at Jonathan Palmer's Bedford Autodrome.